Welcome to Between the Lines podcast, and I'm your host, Dub Q. I would like to welcome you guys to another episode. You see it already. Is Derek Carr a realistic option for the Carolina Panthers? With this coming in, Frank Rich has just taken over the team as the new Carolina Panthers head coach, and quarterback has been one of the hugest topics that we've had here in the Carolina Panther Nation. And going forward, I would like to really just lay some things out there for you guys. So, without on further ado, come on in. Let's talk about it.
Hey, Q!
Look, make no mistake about it. The Carolina Panthers need a quarterback going into this next draft under Frank Wright's first year. We need to make sure that we hit on quarterback. So, with that being said, we all know that C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, we know Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson are the top four quarterbacks in this draft. But what if the scenario comes down to the fact of we miss out on one of those four guys going forward? What do we do? I mean, I know a lot of you guys say that CJ Stroud, Will Levis, and Bryce Young are plug and play starters right now. And a guy like Anthony Richardson would be a guy that you don't rush out on the field immediately. You sit back and you watch him be molded into what you would like for him. So with that being said, let's pose it as Anthony Richardson has been selected, and you need a bridge quarterback to get us through until he's ready. Because, like I said, with his skill set and what he brings to the table, there is some polishing that needs to be done for Anthony Richardson. So, enter Derek Carr. I mean, let's make no mistake about it. Derek Carr is one of the top 20, I would say top 20 quarterback in this league right now, because statistically every year he has shown us that he comes to play. I mean, make no mistake about it, he's an upgrade over anything that the Carolina Panthers have on their roster right now, and would always be seen as an upgrade as anything that's over the roster. So let's go ahead and put that out there before we say anything else. Derek Carr went out, and as you've seen, the Pro Bowl week, he put an exhibition on the passing part. And I mean, he made some of the most precise passes, trying to show the franchise the Raiders franchise that, hey, you're going to be missing out on me. I'm a guy that you can build with. I think you guys are going to be wrong. Now, into the Carolina Panthers, there's no mistake. If we take a guy like Anthony Richardson at number 9, you're going to need a guy that's going to be able to bridge us until he is ready. Do you look at Derek Carr, who is going to cost about $35 to $40 million a year for the next, I think he was signed to a 2-year deal. Do you pay a guy like that $35 million a year until Anthony Richardson is right? I know a lot of you guys are freaking out on the video already when I said $35 to $40 million. Well, you got to understand, the Carolina Panthers have been in cap hell, if you want to call it that. Be it as it may, with the Sam Darnold ordeal, the $18 million fifth-year option, the Baker Mayfield money that we paid him, the $5, before that, the $10 million that we gave Cam Newton, the $20 million of dead money that we were paying Teddy Bridgewater over the last 3 years that's finally up off the books. We were paying quarterbacks well over $40 million already. So, I mean, the money has already been there for the quarterback position. I hate to say it. At least you can get a guy that can come in and give you 4,000 yards for the production. We haven't gotten that out of Sam Darnold. We haven't gotten that out of P.J. Walker or any of the cast and crew that's here. I hate to say it. Need the Matt Corral. So with that being said, Derek Carr is one of the guys that I think, and this is just me being honest with you, this past season he had 3,522 yards. He accounted for 24 passing touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Yes, it does not scream, hey, franchise guy, but it does scream, hey, valuable starter and able to win you some games. And we all know with this NFC South being wide open as it is, there is a chance for the Carolina Panthers to be able to rebuild and contend in the same breath. It's realistic. That's what this video is about. It's a realistic option for Carolina. So with that being said, do you explore that realistic option and bring him in and allow him to get us from A to B while we wait on our guy to be groomed. You see it in San Fran. Trey Lance is the guy there. Jimmy Garoppolo has been the bridge there. Brock Purdy is even the backup. But even with time this year, he was taken in the 7th round, but he still had majority of the entire year to grasp the playbook to really get himself ingratiated in this offense. So with time, I believe that you can find a guy for a 1 year or a 2 year deal that could give, if we were to select Anthony Richardson, the time to get molded into where we need him to be. Frank Wright is supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. He had Andrew Luck in the cast of crew over there. I believe that with time, Derek Carr can come in and give you valuable production from what you need until we have the future guy in the door. Now, is this something that the Carolina Panthers should spring on? Only if this scenario comes down to we miss out on our top 3 quarterbacks. If you miss out on Will Levis, if you miss out on Bryce Young or CJ Stroud in the draft, then you take Anthony Richardson. Or if you miss out even on Anthony Richardson, if somehow, some way, even he goes off the board, I mean, is Tanner McKee an option that you get and then you say, okay, let me go get Derek Carr to get us through until we get Tanner McKee ready? I mean, make no mistake about it, Tanner McKee is a 6'6" option that can really pass the ball. For me, mobility is his issue, but he's still a smart quarterback and accurate with the ball. That's an option too. Whatever it may be, I think that Derek Carr can come in and be very serviceable for this franchise moving forward. It's going to cost us around $35 million a year. So I think it's an option that the Carolina Panthers should explore, barring the guys that we want aren't available. This is only worst case scenario to me. And I hate to say it because it sounds like a desperation move, but for Carolina, it's kind of a desperation move to have a quarterback to get us over. So with that being said, you go out, you get Derek Carr, and you groom your next quarterback, Aaron Rodgers style, until he's ready. So this has been your boy Dub Q. I laid it out for you, a realistic option for the Carolina Panthers. You go, if you miss out on your guys, you go get one of those guys in the draft that you have to be able to mold, because make no mistake about it, the Carolina Panthers need a quarterback. And then you get a guy like Derek Carr to take us over the bridge until we're available to get this guy up and running. I know it sounds like a lot of moving pieces, but you got to understand where we are as a franchise if we miss out on our top 3 guys. And I keep reiterating that for anybody who's watching this, because you got to understand, if we miss out on our top 3 guys in the draft, this is the only way that you explore this option. So this has been your boy Dub Q. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, show that love. We are in the building and we ain't going nowhere. Welcome to Between the Lines.